All right, YouTube, thank you for joining me today. It is March 19th, 2022, and I'm here to tell you that the quantum financial system is ready to roll. Despite what they want to tell us about quantum computers being 20 years away, I'm here to tell you that the new system is ready. If they're not going to call it quantum yet, it's going to be quantum eventually. So I hope you guys are strapped in and have a plan. We're going to run it up with a Saturday session here going live. We're going to cover the current events, cryptocurrency, tie it all together and give you guys some action strategies to help you prepare for this transfer of wealth. God bless you all. Let's get it. All right, yeah, my last TikTok got you excited. Well, we're going to get into it, folks. Let's run it up. Okay, so first off to start, I just put out this tweet. I noticed I was looking on the trending of Twitter, and it says that there's 220,000 tweets. Now, I don't know how long that's been, if that's in the last week, what that even means. But a lot of people are talking about XRP and Ripple right now. We definitely have eyes on, which is good to see. So I just put out this video. You can see it on TikTok or YouTube. Wells Fargo set up for the QFS. I cannot confirm this. This video I found on Twitter that I play behind me. I got the green screen video going here. But I just dropped this video on Wells Fargo apparently being set up for the QFS. And he said that it's called the quantum financial system. This guy, kind of rambling on a little bit. But he said that he's known this guy at the bank here who's like, upper level in the bank at Wells Fargo, I guess. And he says that they've been training for the last 6 months for the QFS and that it's basically ready to be rolled out over the next couple months. So can't confirm this video. This is just his story. But nonetheless, I did share this video. So if you guys want to check it out, it's a 2-minute long, 2 minutes, 2 seconds on that video. Thank you for coming in. Hey, speaking of getting ready to do something, how about this XRP chart boiling up here on the 1 week? This is the XRP BTC chart. Huge shout out to Crypto Bull for always giving us a bullish chart to look at. Maybe it's a little bit of hopium, maybe we're getting excited, but I'm no TA expert, but I can tell you that that thing is coiled up, ready to launch. He says XRP in a 3-year falling wedge with a slight deviation because of the lawsuit announcement. When this breaks out, we should see fireworks. The narrative is perfect right now, and they're going to blame this whole thing. This whole system is collapsing, right? And now we get to blame the bad guy, Mr. Putin. This does get interesting, though, because we're talking about the world powers finally meeting up for a physical battle. But nonetheless, we'll get into that later. What I wanted to remind you guys of, we forget about all of these partnerships and all of these tests that have been done with Ripple and XRP. So there's been so many, literally hundreds over the past few years, that we forget who all Ripple has actually partnered with and who all has tested XRP in the Ripple network. So this right here from Bill, this guy on Twitter named Bill. One of Australia's major 4 banks openly states on its website it is partnering with Canada, CIBC using Ripple's blockchain network technology. National Australia Bank forms International Bank Innovation Network. Now, this article is actually from 2016. So these deals have been done so long ago, and we forgot about all of them. You don't find this, right? I mean, unless you're really digging. But this article was updated, it looks like, last year in October. But this is National Australia Bank has signed agreements with 2 leading global financial institutions, Israel's Bank Leumi, and the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. Sounds like a pretty decent sized bank up there in Canada, the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. Now, you're saying, oh, well, are they really using Ripple XRP? We scroll on down here, check it out. We're excited to be working with CIBC and have already partnered with them in using Ripple's blockchain technology to complete international payment transfers between our banks as a proof of concept. We believe that the technology has the potential to not only deliver real-time international payments, but also improved security and efficiency of our payment systems. So this is an important piece of work. Bank Leumi is recognized as the most innovative bank in Israel and is the bank of choice for Israel's world-leading startup ecosystem. The rest of the world has already been running the test, and maybe we've been doing something, hopefully, here in America. I hope to God that we've cut a deal with Ripple, because we most definitely are going to get left behind here. As you're seeing, National Bank of Australia, major banks in Canada, leading bank in Israel. We've tested it in all of the big banks in the Middle East. You guys already know SBI Holdings. Rothschilds own the SBI. Remember, I got a story for you guys too. I got to tell you guys about my experience buying silver at the end. So you guys saw the video. I just bought some silver today, so I finally do own some precious metals other than a bunch of freedom seeds. But I got a story to tell you, my interaction picking up silver for the first time. But my silver dealer, the coin dealer there, says the same thing that we hear from a lot of people. Why would they let a private entity? They're not going to let a private entity, because I get talking with this guy about everything, about his theories, about his major thesis about gold, silver, and the whole thing. Well, we went right down the rabbit hole. It's like when I talk to these people, I feel like they just get a sense of comfort, and I know the things to say to just get them going and completely expose their whole, thoughts, thesis for me. And so he just completely went off and we got into it. But, we were talking and he was saying, I said, yeah, I'm hedging my bets here. I got a little bit of cryptocurrency, a little bit of this and that. And he says, yeah, it's all going digital and all this. But he says, they're never going to use that crypto. He was telling me that crypto's worthless. It's just digits on the computer. And I said, yeah, with my crypto, I went heavily into XRP, which is a crypto that's going to be used by the banks and the financial institutions. And he says, oh yeah, they're all going to go digital, but they're not going to use any private solution. They're not going to use any private coin. What is the Federal Reserve? I just let him go. I didn't tell him this, but this is what I was thinking is, well, what's the Federal Reserve, my guy? We got a whole private banking cartel that runs this world. What are you talking about? JP Morgan. If JP Morgan doesn't greenlight it, it doesn't happen in the Western financial world. Same with Goldman Sachs and all the boys and girls over there. Now, Ripple is a private entity, but they're working on becoming a world reserve currency that's as liquid as a G10 currency, and they want to put a debt in the universe by servicing all 7 billion people. And they've specifically targeted the banks and the financial institutions, the people that matter in the financial world. So it's funny. I was laughing because I was in there at the coin dealer today, and it was me, and there was like 3 or 4 other guys that must have been in their 70s. I'm thinking, I'm in here with the boomers buying silver, and I try to mention crypto and just get taken down. But I get where he's coming from. He's right. They are all going to adopt central bank digital currencies, and most 99% of cryptos are not going to be used. But this is where our research takes us to the next level, and you guys can compare the information that we're providing with everyone else. And even Jim Rickards, who's a huge gold guy, you can now hear him, the clips that he said about stellar lumens. He knows that the distributed ledger technology, basically an ESDR, is what they would prefer, right? But let's get back into this. I digress. I just wanted to mention with all of these partnerships that we forget about, all of these tests that have been ran with Ripple XRP that we forget about. Meanwhile, check this tweet out. It is not looking good for Ethereum right now, folks. Not looking good for Ethereum at all. A leading Ethereum engineer with some thoughts worth reflecting on. This guy's named Peter. I guess he's a developer on Ethereum. He says, in Ethereum's history, complexity never decreased. Every EIP is piling on top. Every major change, all of the updates, is one more nail. I'm extremely frustrated when a research proposal says everything's figured out, it's just engineering now. As good as it feels that we're approaching the merge, I must emphasize that Ethereum is not going in a clean direction. It's achieving results, but it's also piling complexity like there's no tomorrow. If the protocol doesn't get slimmer, it's not going to make it. It's not going to make it. From a leading Ethereum developer. Not to mention the whole Ethereum free pass exposing this whole thing. Will Ethereum continue to get the free pass from the SEC and the Goldman Sachs boys, making sure that everything's good? Probably. But folks, this Ethereum 2 is not solving much. It's really not getting much done. The good news is that we're holding coins like XDC that allow Ethereum ERC20 tokens to migrate to the XDC ledger in 10 minutes while you're having your cup of coffee. That's why we hold XDC, one of many reasons. Let's get into the world stage events. Russia pipeline gas flows to China have increased since the Ukraine war. So while we have Sleepy Creepy telling Xi that you're not going to be allowed to support them militarily, well, we're already in the middle of the currency war. We're already in the middle of the resource war. So, Joe obviously is just representing us as a complete embarrassment, and we've been set up for failure. This thing will be destroyed. Not only is the US dollar losing its reserve currency status, unfortunately, I do believe that there is some military deal in the offing that will set us up for embarrassment once again, similar to Afghanistan. And God bless our troops. It kills me to see this happen. Kills me to see that we got 7,000 troops getting deployed out here into Europe right now. It's terrible. It's terrible to see. All because we couldn't have Zelensky in Ukraine, the puppet that Zelensky is. He won't just come out and say that he's not going to join NATO. That's all he has to do. Just come out and say you're not going to join NATO, and it'd be all good and dandy. Russia doesn't want war with Europe. Europe's funding Russia right now by buying up all of their natural resources and gas and oil. Right? Now, Putin does have objectives, and I'm not denying that. I've been listening to Jim Rickards talk about how essentially Putin is blowing up, destroying pipelines in Ukraine so that they don't have to pay the toll to Ukraine anymore. They want to set up the Nord Stream line to Germany so they can just send their direct supply to Germany without having to pay the tolls as the natural gas and oil goes through Ukraine. So Jim Rickards was talking about how he's been destroying those. So, that's why I don't get into the debate or conversation. I don't care. Good guy, bad guy, Putin. I'm not here for that. He's got his objectives. He's moving. He's not being stopped. But I don't think that he's really looking to get this into a full blown out war. Meanwhile, our side is sending more troops, is ready, talking about what we need to do. We need to get military equipment on the ground. We need to establish a no-fly zone. We need to engage in conflict with Russia. Our side is the side that scares me. But I do understand that all the world is a stage. But with that being said, they do set up real events where real people are affected and real lives are lost. We know this time and time again. They've committed plenty of false flags to lead us into military conflicts. And you guys are seeing what's getting exposed over there in the Ukraine and what's now hitting the headlines over here. The New York Times, the New York Post. We're going to get into that in just 1 second. But check it out. Once again, we covered this article already. But this is the second part to this article. Will Russia gold sanctions finally reveal that the emperor has no clothes? I most definitely think that we are going to see these markets continue to get jacked up until we hit a critical mass point where they have to admit that the derivatives market cannot pay on the physical metals. Our commodities, you're seeing the supply chains are hitting right now. And what I just realized by reading this article is, he says, why the delay in COMEX and the LBMA recognizing sanctions that made it illegal for them to accept Russian gold bars. So you have the major exchanges actually not able to accept Russian gold bars going forward. Now, the most recent numbers I got is that Russia's producing about 400 tons of gold per year. So this is getting interesting because they're sanctioning Russia, and this is not only hurting us with higher energy costs, but I'm going to show you guys a chart here of all the other resources that come from Russia, right? And then you have gold on top of that. This thing's from the whole top down, the whole US petrodollar system. These charts show Russia's invasion choking world of natural resources. So 27% of the palladium, 24% of the fertilizer, 69% of the platinum, 78% of the gas of Europe over here, 22% of wheat for North Africa. See, 27% of our palladium, that's massive. 44% of the nickel. This is massive, massive. Now, check it out. This is what the elites, this is what they want for you. While the prices continue to go up, while we have a supply chain crisis, they don't want to fix the issues. They want you to live beneath your means. They want you to cut back on your spending, on your driving. Check it out. Elites suggest price controls, dystopian travel restrictions to manage soaring energy costs. Now, this picture is from back in the 70s when we were in a similar crisis, where they actually lowered the speed limit from 70 to 55 in an effort to save on gas. Back in the 70s, they were warning about peak oil. Inflation was running rampant. You know, obviously, we were just getting out of the Vietnam War, leading into the 70s. And Nixon took us off the gold standard in 71, which basically set a new reserve status, a new reserve currency status, basically. That was the beginning of us losing it had we not set up the deals with Henry Kissinger setting up all of the petrodollar deals for our oil. So after we got off the gold standard, we forced everyone at the end of a gun to accept our dollars for their oil. But check it out. This is their plan. You own nothing, be happy, be a peasant, eat shit food, don't drink clean water, send your kids to mass brainwashing propaganda schools, put a chip in you so we can track you, use our central bank digital currency so that we can cut you off, we can give you your little UBI, your little peasant money basic income. Go live in a coffin apartment. Take 5-minute showers. Turn your country into third world hellhole, i.e. Seattle, i.e. Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, every major city in the United States. Absolute dumps. Now, with that being said, let me back up and say, I know that we haven't had it rough. I know that we haven't had. If you're listening to me from around the world and you're thinking, these Americans have no idea. No, I get it. I get it. We don't. We are going to feel it, though. It's coming back home. And it's coming back home right now as we speak. The reserve currency status has basically kept us living this standard of living. Check out this Bloomberg opinion article that came out, though. This is an absolute joke. Inflation stings most if you earn less than $300K. Here's how to deal. So this is some writer from Bloomberg. I think I thought there was a picture of the lady who wrote this article. So here's what they tell you to do. Take the bus. Don't buy in bulk. Remember what the World Bank just told us? Don't stockpile food. Don't stockpile food and water. Think mirror with everything they say. From the news stories, from the current events, to what they advise you to do. Think mirror, think the complete opposite. What do they tell you to do? Take the bus. Don't buy in bulk. Try lentils instead of meat. In fact, why don't you drink that? Why don't you eat that fake meat? What do they call it? I don't even know what they call it. Impossible Burger. Go eat your Impossible Burger. And she says, nobody said this would be fun. Nope. Don't worry about addressing the issues or holding anyone accountable, any of our leaders, holding the central banks accountable, holding our politicians that have caught us up in this war, have caught us up in this supply chain crisis, who shut down our country. killed businesses. Don't hold the people accountable that are making it illegal to enforce laws, enforce the Constitution like they are here in Washington State. Instead, eat your Impossible Burger, take the bus, and live like an absolute peasant. And keep your mouth shut. Don't complain. Don't talk about Hunter Biden. Don't talk about the Biden crime family. Don't you dare question the narrative and put that chip in you. Do the hokey pokey. Do a little dance. Be a little peasant. Nobody said this would be fun. Check it out. Italy to levy 10% windfall profit tax on energy companies. So now they're going to tax these corporations more, these energy companies. And they're considering it here in America right now too. Remember what we talked about just a couple days ago. Last time they did this. Gas prices increased 600%. Last time they did this to the energy companies and hit them with an extra tax, gas prices increased, I believe, 600%. It was multiple hundreds of percent. Now, what do they need to distract us from? They have the war. Flu season's over, right? So they brought up the war because what's coming out? Mainstream news. Mainstream news. The spies who lie. Shout out to the New York Post for doing some real journalism. And I just heard that they got taken down on Twitter. How the hell can the New York Post, a slightly not even right, they're not even conservative really. They're still mainstream as it gets. New York Post. They're just not completely sold out to the left into cancel culture. Check it out. These are all of the people who said that it was disinformation. The laptop from hell. And they still won't say sorry. Shout out to the New York Post for holding these people accountable. These people that sold us out. Where is Hunter? Why did Joe say what he said the other day? Can anyone explain that? No one can explain that one. Continuing on before I get in trouble for talking about Sleepy Creepy and the Biden crime family, and then I start talking about Clinton and... Now, the NOAA warns that a U.S. mega drought will persist, may impact food supply chains. So, guys, whether you think it's weather warfare or whether you think that it's just climate change, I don't care what you want to call it. Call it climate change, call it global warming, call it whatever you want. The fact of the matter is we already have a supply chain crisis. We're shutting out Russia. We're shutting down the global supply chain. China's going back down, locking 51 million people down again. And then we're going to be back in a drought. A mega drought will persist in America. Folks, you better have a plan. You better have a plan that goes deeper than, and this is why I talk about more than just crypto. This is why we talk about everything. Everything is connected. And you will absolutely get taken out in this crisis. These people are debating whether or not we're going to have a recession. How out of touch are these people with reality? Well, we could kind of see a recession coming in. What? We've been in a depression for over 10 years. We're done. People are dying. They're going to get wiped out financially and literally. Now, if you go out and you try to make some money, if you go out and try to add value in your community, check it out. This is what they're going to do to people who are trying to make things happen. New California bill would impose a 25% gain tax on house flippers. Now, don't get me wrong. I have a landscape business. I deal with real estate people, property managers, real estate agents, flippers. It's like the NFT space. Well, maybe not as bad. I would say half of flippers are not legit, shady, don't really add that much value to the community and are kind of just pieces of crap. But check out what they want to do. New California bill would impose a 25% tax on capital gains on house flippers. What's the incentive to improve the houses? What's the incentive to improve and add value? Now, if you look at this, this is anyone who sells within 3 years. So if you buy a house and then decide to move in a year, decide to move in 2 years, 25% capital gains tax? What if you didn't even try to improve the property? You just lived there for 2 years. Now, I mean, maybe I could look into the details on this and see what it all imposes. But bottom line, guys, this is Operation You Own Nothing, You Be Happy, live in a coffin apartment, eating Impossible burgers, don't reproduce, and accept a low, terrible standard of living. Compared to what you could achieve. You guys know me. I'm not a fancy person. I don't care about Lambos. I don't care about any of that. But if you take the risk to want to be a house flipper, to want to be a fix and flip, or you want to start a business and add value to your community, and they start making it impossible for you to run and operate businesses, capitalism, entrepreneurship is what can save us. People don't understand that we've had crony capitalism here in America for over 100 years. But it really just picked up once the Federal Reserve came in and we were hijacked by the bankers. But it's only increased as all of our politicians do the pay-to-play deal, as you guys are seeing now with the Biden crime family. This is crony capitalism deals all the way up to our president, literally. Our president, whoever that guy is, who comes to the podium once every other day for 15 minutes. They are trying to kill us. Now, that might sound dramatic when I'm talking about just a 25% capital gains tax, but the point is, who's going to go and want to improve California? Because remember, you get a 25% capital gains tax on top of the 13% income tax, state income tax you pay in California, on top of the federal income tax you pay in California. What's left for you to make? Top earners go what, 30, 40% plus the state tax, 50% plus a 25% capital gains tax? A flipper's going to be taxed what, 60% plus? This is Operation Wipe Out the Middle Class of America and completely remove our ability to actually have opportunity to, make our life better. Even just making it to the middle class, the quote unquote American dream. Not only has it always been kind of a facade and it used to be a thing, right? But obviously since 08, 09, we never fixed the issues and we've only increased and blown up this bubble. And now they're sweeping in for the death kill. And I meant to actually make a video. I'll make a video later on this. I was thinking today while I was driving around, and you guys know that I'm really thinking about real estate right now because I'm trying to buy my first property. I really believe that they set up the ultimate trap with this real estate market over the last 10 years because the amount of people that I have seen get stretched out over the last 5 to 10 years is incredible. I'm watching people try to be real estate investors, try to be flippers. They have no idea what they're doing. No idea. The amount of people that I've seen become a real estate agent in the last 5 to 10 years, unbelievable. And then you look at all the people. This is why this is the ultimate trap. I'm going to make a whole separate video on this. It's well put together, but they have got everyone maxed out. They're paying hefty prices just for the cost of housing. A lot of people, up to 50% of their bills are going to housing, which was all fine while people still had their jobs. Their businesses got shut down and they got PPP loans. They were able to still make it here for a little bit. But now you're starting to see all the businesses shut down. They had everyone maxed out. And now what's happening? Massive inflation. Massive inflation that's going to absolutely squeeze these people. They're barely going to be able to make it. They're not going to be able to make it. This is the ultimate trap. Think about it. They got people here up to their neck in debt. Their 50% of their income goes to their house. 25% of it goes to a couple cars. And then they blow the rest of their money or spend the rest of their money just trying to live, right? And now the cost of all those extra goods is going through the door, just going through the roof. This is the ultimate setup, the ultimate squeeze here on Main Street. The PPP loans, all of the different government funding, the stimulus programs gave everyone a little bit of extra rope. But half this country has no chance. No chance. And this is the ultimate setup. What's interesting is the dynamic with housing and real estate. When you look into it, it's so complex because we have a shortage of houses. We've had mass migration here into this country. And we have a shortage of houses. But people aren't going to be able to survive. They're not going to be able to pay the bills. They're not going to be able to put food on the table. They're not going to be able to pay to fill up their tank. This is the ultimate squeeze. And then these states here, California, are just going to absolutely try to kill these people. 25% gain on tax if you sell within 3 years. Insane. Now, similarly, here in Washington State, which is part of the reason why I want to move out of this state, Jay Inslee is trying to implement a nearly 9% capital gains tax. So when I go to sell my XRP, when I go to make any capital gains, a 9% capital gains tax, which is illegal and just got struck down in our court because per our constitution, our state constitution, we are not allowed to have a state income tax. But Jay, Crooked Jay, trying to do his workaround and apply that nearly 9%, I believe, 8 or 9% capital gains tax. Now, continuing on, interest in NFTs has plummeted. We're looking at a chart here that shows the NFT searches for Google just absolutely falling off a cliff. All these NFTs, we've been talking about them, you know. We're waiting for them to come to the XRP ledger. We're waiting for, you know, some more utility for the NFT space, but we're watching here. So if you're wondering about NFTs, I mean, maybe could be a good time to get in on some, but just for me, what I've found is that it's very speculative. I am writing it out and I'm waiting for NFTs on the XRP ledger. Now to wrap this up, I wanted to get into this article that was put out by Ripple, Enterprise Applications of Crypto Liquidity. Now they're talking about their Liquidity Hub here. And they're also talking about enterprises. Remember, enterprise trade finance is a $19 trillion market, and that's kind of just part of enterprise solutions. That's just part of what enterprises do, right? So I'm going to read this off. Crypto continues to move towards mainstream adoption with more enterprise blockchain applications leveraging cryptocurrencies and other digital assets for operational and transactional purposes. To fully realize this shift, both financial institutions and businesses will have to more wholly embrace the technology by first gaining a better understanding of crypto utility. How are enterprises engaging with crypto today? Already, companies like PayPal, Robinhood, and others allow customers to buy, sell, and hold crypto using their platforms. Square's mobile cash app has already seen billions of dollars in revenue from giving customers access to crypto. PayPal also saw customer engagement double amongst those engaging in crypto on their platform. Some enterprises are even offering crypto part of their loyalty rewards programs, and firms like Tesla, Square, KPMG, and Massachusetts Mutual all hold crypto on their balance sheets to diversify their investment mix. Perhaps an even more exciting and timely use case of crypto for businesses is TurboTax's recent announcement of their Coinbase partnership, enabling customers to invest their tax refunds into their cryptocurrency of choice directly via their Coinbase accounts. Coinbase is ahead of the game, guys. They just got that class action lawsuit filed against them, but don't get it twisted. Coinbase 100% will be green lighted and will be on the other side of this thing. Okay? I know we have our problems with Coinbase, but they're going to make it regardless. But often these are only exploratory use cases to pressure test the role of enterprise cryptocurrency, spur internal awareness of the technology, or kick off a plan for broader future adoption. Given that 40% of those paying with crypto tend to be new customers to a brand, it can also be a viable user acquisition strategy for key growth across demographic groups, increasing corporates' competitive advantage. I believe that this is why you're seeing Wall Street hold this thing up so that they can get on board, because they know that their customers are going to leave them. They're going to cash out their IRAs. They're going to cash out their retirement plans, and they're going to go start to invest in crypto. I get it all the time with people who are joining my Discord. Oh, I have a lot of money in a retirement account, and I'm looking to move it over here to crypto. Now, the Wall Street, these firms are not going to want to lose this business, right? And then when you're looking at companies here like Uber that just said that their most requested service is cryptocurrency payments. I'm telling you guys, I know you older folks, you like your cash, and I like my cash too. Don't get me wrong. And I don't want cash to go away. But I'm telling you that my generation and younger, even people older than me, but the millennials and younger, they only want to do digital. They only want to be on their phone. They don't even want to carry the cards in their wallet anymore. Many of them will be glad to put the chip in. Scan your wrist, scan your eye, scan your forehead. They'll be glad to hop in with that. Ripple's already worked on patenting that with the Navy. For those of you guys who remember that story, right? Already been working on the chips, the Ripple powered chips. Already working on it at Ripple. Partnered up with the Navy, by the way. Check it out, though. Crypto for Business Solutions. Tomorrow's use cases. Inevitably, the growing popularity of this technology means that more companies will begin to receive and disperse crypto over the coming months and years. Similarly, more financial institutions will explore the question of whether to hold crypto on their balance sheets or to adopt crypto-enabled payments. Some brands may even begin to use forms of digital assets, non-fungible tokens, central bank digital currencies, etc., to unlock new capital and liquidity pools. However, a more deeply integrated and fundamental use of crypto in businesses is necessary to progress towards mainstream confidence and utility. More innovative applications for crypto could include using it to enhance transparency and facilitate back-office reconciliation, something traditional fiat currencies are unable to do. So people ask, why won't they just use Ripple's tech? Why won't they use XRP? Or why would they use XRP? Right here's your answer. More innovative applications for crypto could include using it to enhance transparency and facilitate back-office reconciliation, something traditional fiat currencies are unable to do. This is why they will use XRP. This is why they are not just going to be on RippleNet, not using on-demand liquidity XRP. This is why Wall Street had to stall up XRP and Ripple. Crypto can also give organizations more control and custody over capital by bolstering traditional treasury functions such as simple, secure, real-time money transfers. So instead of them having to hold their money at the bank, at the clearinghouse, right? This is going to be them actually having custody over their capital, eliminating the need for the pre-funding nostro vostro accounts. $30 trillion problem. $30 trillion problem. Not just a market. It's a problem that needs to be solved. Key considerations when choosing a crypto liquidity provider. To maximize these this is Ripple explaining why they're going to be the chosen crypto liquidity provider, a lender of last resort, according to Miguel Valles, head of XRP markets at Ripple. A lender of last resort. Key considerations when choosing a crypto liquidity provider. To maximize these crypto use cases, companies will need an enterprise-level liquidity provider, one that can execute real-time trades with a minimum number of requotes or slippage while delivering on high-level security and regulatory standards, simplicity of integration, and superior 24/7, 365 uptime. For those who didn't know, Swift is dead. Quick update for those of you guys who didn't know that yet. Critically, a liquidity partner serving enterprises must also provide exceptional breadth of liquidity. Multi-asset liquidity is vital because it allows for improved prices and price stability even with large volume orders, shielding businesses from high price swings due to large trades and market volatility, i.e. USDC and USDT just got added to the XRP ledger as pairs. i.e. go look at all the other currencies that are already on the XRP ledger. This helps build that breadth of liquidity. Remember what was just happening when Elizabeth Warren was going on her crazy tirade recently this week in the Senate hearing. She's going on some crazy tirade talking about how the Russian oligarchs can use Bitcoin to money billions of dollars. And the guy simply says, no, there's not enough liquidity to do that. This is the solution, right? There's not enough liquidity yet, but understand that Ripple ODL is already at global coverage now. We just heard that from Ashish Birla. But the run rate is about $10 billion in XRP on-demand liquidity. That's the daily run rate. So that liquidity is coming. That liquidity is coming, right? And remember, when they're able to make their trades in 3 to 5 seconds, see, this allows for shielding businesses from high price swings due to large trades and market volatility. In order to achieve this, enterprise customers require a new way to source digital assets from the broader crypto market more easily and efficiently. Designed as a turnkey solution for enterprise needs, Ripple Liquidity Hub will leverage smart order routing to source digital assets at optimized prices from market makers. That means when you use Ripple's Liquidity Hub, leveraging smart order routing on the XRP ledger, the decentralized exchange that is within the XRP ledger will find you the most optimized price. When you do that, it will get you the best price for that trade, for that exchange, from market makers, exchanges, and the OTC desks. It will uniquely solve for the specific pain points of enterprise customers, avoiding intensive integrations through a streamlined API and eliminating pre-funding requirements to free up working capital. $30 trillion nostro vostro problem. In other words, a trusted one-stop shop for buying, selling, and holding crypto assets. Ripple is preparing to be the bank of the new financial system. The bank. My first video that went viral when I first started on TikTok, I said we shouldn't be comparing Ripple to the Federal Reserve because they don't just service one country. We should be comparing them to the IMF because they're ready to be a lender of last resort, the central bank of central banks. Ripple, ready to be the central bank of the digital asset new financial system. And this is why they will use digital assets. This is why they will tokenize the whole internet of value. When I went in and I bought my silver today, I'm talking to this guy and we were having a good conversation. Good guy. And I bought some silver here. and first time actually buying some precious metals. And it was interesting talking to him. Now, obviously, he has a little incentive. He's selling metals, so he's an anti-crypto guy. But I think he's just one of these guys, good guys. They understand what's going on with the United States losing the reserve currency status, completely tapped in on everything because he's a major gold bug. He had the executive order printed out up on the wall. It was fun. You know, it was a really fun experience. I got the itch now. It was kind of fun to go get these little silver rocks and put them up on the shelf. But he just hasn't done his research on cryptocurrency. These gold buzz, these old guys, I was in there and there was like 3 other dudes that were in like their 70s who came in, and I'm like, geez, what am I doing here? But boy, if they knew about XRP, how it's a real ledger that can actually function for 10 years now. We've had no downtime. And it allows you to move anything to anything. You can go from gold to CBDC, from your Starbucks token to an NFT. Anything to anything, 3 to 5 seconds for pennies on the dollar for the transaction cost. I mean, but this is why we've diversified across the board, is because I'm ready for whichever way they want to go with things. They want to turn off the lights on us and we got to go back to the dark ages. Well, we got the little rocks here on the shelf, you know. We got skills, we got essentials. Personally, you know, I got a lot of baby supplies, a lot of diapers and wipes, right? You know, got to take care of the princess girl. And so we're stockpiled. We're ready to roll. And I encourage you guys to have a plan too. Not only if something crazy happens for inflation, it's a hedge against inflation. But yes, I did finally buy silver. But with a lot of these guys, they just haven't done the research. If he gave me 15 minutes to explain XRP to him, he'd be like, okay, yeah, this makes sense, right? But this is what I wanted to tell you about my silver dealer. He's the largest guy in my area. And he told me that he's $1 million behind as far as his silver order. Maybe that included his silver or gold, but I was talking about his supplies with him. He said he's already bought $1 million worth that he's behind on. So it's getting tight out there. And we're talking about this in my Discord group about, you know, the people in my Discord are saying how their dealers, they're talking to them too, their suppliers, and it's getting tight. So this guy told me, he said that they'll order 5,000 ounces and they'll get in 3. They'll order 10,000 ounces. They'll get in 8. And he's already paid up $1 million. He's like, yep, you pay up front and then you wait to get delivery. He said he's $1 million behind. $1 million worth of product. So yeah, spot price, I don't know what I paid, 28 bucks an ounce, I think. I got a better deal on the 10 ounce Troy bars, whatever those were. So this got me all excited because I was in there and talking to him, and then I'm on my way home and I'm like, God, I need to stop by. I was going to stop and buy some ammo too because I was just getting the itch, you know, just stacking metal, baby. God bless America. No, it was cool though. It was such a fun experience going in and buying some metals for the first time. And I told the guy, you know, I said, what I've been saying here is that, yeah, like some gains. He said 3 digits. He said 3 digits, which I thought was funny because I'm just like, it's funny how we talk about the utility coins and how they're going to be going to 3, 4, 5 digits, right? And a lot of the gold bugs talk about 10,000 per ounce, 20,000 per ounce, right? I was thinking how it's just funny, the comparisons to the gold bugs, the metal bugs, and then the crypto guys, the utility guys here, XRP, 10K, XLM, 3 digits. But yeah, he said that silver is going to 3 digits, but I told him, I said, you know, I recognize this is the original decentralized currency, right? So I just want to get my hands on some, you know. But Guys, that was the update for today. I appreciate you guys for coming in. Let's go into rapid fire Q&A and we'll run up a quick session here, okay? Probably won't do the 3-hour live session like we did last night. I still need to go back and trim that because I was probably a little bit too saucy last night on the late night session. Probably said something stupid. But yeah, let's go rapid fire Q&A. What are you guys working with? Is XPOP a scam? So we were confused about XPOP. XPOP, proof of payment, it verifies payments on the XRP ledger, but you do need internet for it still. No. It can verify the payment without internet, but to actually make any transaction on the XRP ledger, you still need internet. So we were confused about XPOP. It's still a real deal. Proof of payment, it allows you to verify the transaction without internet. Silver mining stocks. Yeah, you know, I don't do any stocks, period. So, and when it comes to metals specifically, I feel like having it in the physical form is the only thing that interests me at all. If I had a 401k or some retirement account, I would maybe consider if I already had money in the stock market, but yeah, I bought 1 ounce and then I bought 10 ounce. A little diversification, right? Get some small ones, get some big ones. He told me that what's the little guys? That they're $10 over spot right now? What are the little guys called? See, I'm brand new to metals. I don't even know what I'm doing. But it was fun. You get this little shiny little thing. I told Bay that maybe I need to get her some gold jewelry. Get her a little bit of gold jewelry. Get a whole gold bar at $2,000. I don't know about that, but I could get her a little bit of jewelry, you know? Spend a couple $100 on a necklace or something. Although I told her, I said, I'll get you a little bit of gold, but if the price goes up, then I'm going to have to take it in and sell it. So I should get to wear it for a little bit, and then after the reset, I'm going in and returning it in. 5x gains, baby. Give me that necklace back. Yeah, but what are the small guys called? The small little coins that are over $10 over spot? XRP slid again? Yeah, I haven't even checked the XRP price chart today. Do you know anything about Proppy? Michael Arrington's behind it, so that gives it credibility. I haven't looked too deep on it though. Don't like that it's on Ethereum, but that's cool. Silver Eagles. Maybe that's what it's called. Can you make a 5-minute XRP for Dummies video so we can quickly send the links to people who don't have a clue about crypto? I have so many people I care about that haven't woken up yet. Your truth is gold. Yeah, I would say, you know, if you go check out my TikTok videos from last year, when I came on the scene on TikTok, I was so focused on putting out all these like fundamental videos on Ripple and XRP. So a lot of those videos from the very beginning, I'm just like explaining the basics of the XRP ledger, why it's superior, why Ripple's the best company in crypto. Haven't really been making many of those videos recently other than every time we talk about news and stuff. But if you go back to my TikToks, those are all perfect 1-minute clips. Just 1-minute clips, 15-second clips. All of my original TikToks from last year are perfect for sharing with friends or newbies. But I appreciate you guys for coming in today. Thank you so much. Thoughts on the swimmer? No comment. No comment on the swimmer. XRP burn rate? There's a small amount burned in every transaction. You believe silver's going to jump like nickel? All of the commodities markets got jacked up. Here's your advice. Listen to the Riddlers about XRP. That's not my advice. No. Nope. Listen to the biggest players in the financial world. Go listen to the people that are actually moving and shaking the financial world. Don't listen to the Riddlers Go listen to Rosie Rios. Go listen to the 43rd Treasurer of the United States. Do you think the price of XRP will run up slowly or jump overnight? I think eventually it'll go crazy. Yeah. How does XRP explode after settlement? I mean, we'll have complete clarity. It'll be the first coin with clarity. It'll absolutely go nuts. New news on Reaper? Yeah, I was wondering about that. Somebody was telling me that, hey, Jemmy, is that true? So is Reaper launching the drip program now? Because originally they were going to wait for 40 cents. Am I in meme coins? Absolutely not. No, I don't. Well, not that that's a bad play. Well, it wasn't a bad play last year. But no, I don't care for the meme coins. So Jemmy, they're firing up the drip system now? Guys, this actually could be pretty big for Reaper. That was something that I thought that they should do, was get that drip system going, because then that gets a lot of people interested. People want to earn that passive income. They love the staking. I got people asking me if they can stake XRP, which doesn't make any sense to me, because I'm not here to stake my XRP for 6%. I'm here for 6,000%. But does Michael Saylor know what he's talking about? Michael Saylor was one of the biggest losers in the last financial crisis. Go look it up. Now he's the biggest Bitcoin shill. It starts end of the month, next reaping. Jemmy, that's awesome. That is awesome. Missy, thank you for the 10 spot. Missy, look at your profile picture. All professional like. Huge shout out to Missy, OG Discord member. Thank you, Missy. You're the best. Hope you're doing good today. God bless you. We're doing good. We're doing great, guys. No wonder Reaper's doing a little pump right now. Let's go to CoinMarketCap and take a look at this. Little Reaper pump. I'm still holding my Reaper. I was down like 80% on my my Reaper, got absolutely wrecked. But that's all right. Up 30% today. Up 30% today. Wow. Let's look at this chart over the last month. So yeah, what was that? Okay, if we go, let's go back 3 months so that we can see that all-time high. Oh, I forgot. Remember, Reaper only came onto CoinMarketCap at the end of January. So Reaper hit its all-time high earlier on in January, I believe. The coin was launched in December. And then after topping out there in January, it's worked its way back down here to 2 cents. But I think the all-time high was 30 cents. Yeah. Oh, it says up 57% on the day. So this thing's still pumping. Reaper's pumping right now as we speak. Are they still doing the AMA? Steven and Patrick are pumping it right now as we speak. Love that tip on Michael Saylor. Yeah, I mean, it's just true. If you go back and look, he was one of the biggest losers last financial crisis. Is there any good way to contact you for advice? Well, I don't give financial advice, but I pretty much just talk to my Discord members at this point. My standard answer now is that I don't message anyone, because the scammers are running rampant. The scammers are on YouTube, TikTok, and now they're impersonating me on Instagram. which is really annoying because I just have like all my normal friends hitting me up. Yo, is this your account? They're asking me about my crypto portfolio. Super annoying, but yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, best way to ask me a question is just to pull up in the live stream and ask the question. But I'm not doing any one-on-ones at this point. But in my Discord, I pop into my Discord, I do my Q&A sessions with my Discord group, and then I try to answer all of their DMs. But I just stick to only messaging my Discord members because there's so many scammers out here on these other platforms. Matthew Fiedler with the 20 spot. Matthew, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Let's take a look here at the market right now. How much to hold? I see. I won't answer that question. I'm Bitcoin almost breaking back above 42K. XRP at 81 cents. So XRP is holding good here. XRP is holding good above 80 cents. What were we up to last night? Last night we got up to 82, almost 83. I know. I got in trouble last night because I kept streaming so long and I was late to bed. But I told Bay, I said, Bay, XRP started pumping out of nowhere. There was no way I could end the stream. No chance. XRP starts pumping. How am I going to kill the stream mid-pump? That's terrible luck. Lenny, thank you for the 5 spot. Do you love Jesus? Yes, I do. Yeah. Is it possible for the SEC to lose? Well, they could lose like the bigger battle, but not lose completely by doing a settlement. I don't think that the SEC is going to take a complete loss. Do you think that 17 is a good number? I think 17 is a great number. Yeah, 17, very interesting number. What are your thoughts on holding XRP on paper wallet? Yeah. Cold storage is better than on the exchanges. Absolutely. Needs to interview Silver Dragon, Silver Slayer, and Yankee Stacking about silver and turn them on to XRP. Yeah, I know a lot of the metals people, they're not into crypto. XRP settlement or trial. I think that we're going to see a settlement. It really looks like we're going to see a settlement. Oh yeah, by the way, if you guys want the XRP merch, head on over to zachrector.com. It's also linked up on TikTok if you are already on TikTok. But yeah, if you guys want, this is another one of the fresh shirts that we got. We're going to change the world. Yeah, I firmly believe that the XRP community is going to do a lot of positive things with their money. For the most part, you know, it's funny. I was thinking about this though. I believe that the XRP community, out of all of the crypto community, is the best, will do the best, you know, do the most good for the world. However, I remember listening to Dan Pena talk about how he has all of his mentees that he coaches, and they all come up and they say, Dan, you know, I want to make $10 million. I want to make, I want to make $100 million, or I want to be a billionaire, Dan. And then they have this story about how they want to change the world too. You know, I want to be a billionaire, Dan, and I'm going to help and do all this. He says they make $10 million and he never hears from them again. They make $50 million. They buy a boat, a yacht, and he never hears from them again. So in that sense, I think that a lot of people like to think that they're going to do a lot of good. But the reality of it is the people, money exposes people. Money exposes people. But I thought that's funny how Dan talks about that. These people have these big ambitions. I'm going to make $1 billion. As soon as they make their first 20 mil, they set sail. You never hear from them again. Thank you. I respect your opinion. Thanks for what you're doing. You bet, guys. Thank you. Yo, Colorado, you just joined the Discord? Welcome. Welcome. XLM strong buy. I almost did buy some XLM today. Yeah. I did actually add to my portfolios though today. I finally bought some IOTA and then I went and bought the silver. So 2 new ones for me. I hadn't bought any IOTA up to this point, just bought some IOTA, and then we went and got some silver. So we're diversifying. A little bit of diversification today. Money amplifies who you are, absolutely. Like liquor. Silver was 28 bucks an ounce today. I like the term asset-backed digital currency better than crypto. Yeah, but here's the thing, is a lot of people think that these cryptos have to be backed by metals. These assets can be backed by the utility of the protocol. They don't have to be backed by gold or silver or palladium. I don't buy into that theory. Other than gold with XRP, I could see something like that. Because if XRP ends up getting added to the basket of SDRs or becomes the SDR, or just becomes kind of a separate, just basically the bridge currency, I could see it being backed by gold in an extended way. But for me, these protocols are backed by the utility. That's the difference between XRP and the ISO coins with the rest of the space. Thank you, Lisa, for the 10 spot. Getting great value from your Discord. Thank you. Hey, thanks, Lisa. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. 2 haters in the chat. Excuse me. I'm allergic to these haters. Just kidding. I love the haters. Welcome to the conversation. Thank you for boosting the algorithm for us. Hey, YouTube. Got a few hundred on YouTube. Can we get some likes coming in, please? Do our boy a favor here. How high do you think XRP can go? 5 digits. I actually, even 6 digits. Sounds crazy, but anything's possible in the matrix. 6-digit XRP. Can you imagine? That's crazy. I mean, let's be real. Let's stay realistic. For the new people here, a conservative 3 digits. Conservative 3 digits. Justin Tibbetts with the 20 spot. Hey, Zach, this is from your sister, Tracy. We absolutely love your content. Go XRP. Jesus is king. Thank you, Tracy. Appreciate that 20 spot. Haters drop by to get educated. Yeah, they do, right? They just keep on coming. Yo, Bearable Bull just pulled up. My guy, we should do a session here sometime. I'm glad to see that you made it to TikTok, Bearable Bull. He says, much love, my friend. Love the hustle and grateful for what you do. Man, I try to keep up with you guys. I'm trying to catch up with some of the OGs like Bearable Bull, all these other guys that have been years ahead of me. I'm trying to catch up, man. And I'm trying to educate the TikTok kids, you know? These TikTok kids love to play around with all these BS coins. We try to cut through to the truth forum. You ever look into 24 hours crypto on YouTube? No, I've never heard. Never heard. I would love to. TikTok is new to me, but I think it's a great platform. Yeah, we can talk TikTok strategy too, bro. Drop a couple videos and then we do a dual stream on TikTok. But no, we should do a session for YouTube, man. I'll send you a message. That'd be cool. I think the community would like that. I'm trying to run up a couple sessions here with some of the OGs. Got to pay my dues, got to pay my respects. Name some of the BS coins you're referring to. 99% of cryptos. 99.99% of NFTs. What do I think about parabolic signals? I think he's a smart technical analysis guy. It's just his take on XRP is pretty unreasonable. You know, it's just like unreasonable. He's got charts. Gaming cryptos? Yeah, I don't do the gaming cryptos because the problem that they solve is a relatively small problem. The gaming industry as a whole is a multi-billion-dollar industry, but I'm only looking into these cryptos that solve trillion-dollar problems. The first thing that I look at is what's the use case, right? How big is the problem specifically? Like dollar value amount of the problem that the crypto solves. Yo, Awake Alive, thank you for the 10 spot. Can you explain the distinct correlation of believing Christians with fat XRP bags considering David Schwartz's atheistic stance? Can you say Egyptian Hebrew Moses wealth transfer? I love you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys are 100% tapped in. David is Jewish. Is the rumor about medical debt being wiped starting next week true? I'm hearing a lot of rumors about the revaluation taking place in April. I just posted that video of some guy from Utah saying that he's talking to somebody at Wells Fargo who said that they've been training for the last 6 months for, quote unquote, the quantum financial system. I don't know, guys. I have no idea. I think that people with discernment, people that are tired of being lied to, people that have taken the red pill, are trying to survive. You know, we talk about the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of the world, but we're trying to like a lot of people are just trying to survive out here. So people with discernment who are hungry for the truth, if they've gone down the crypto rabbit hole, that's what leads them to XRP. David Jackson, thank you for the 10 spot, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, I just posted the video about that guy claiming that the Wells Fargo person said that they're prepared for the QFS and that it's rolling out in the next like couple months. I have no idea what it is actually about. See this person, I have 3 degrees and a great career, but as a mom, I'm literally just trying to stay afloat. I get it. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I just don't understand how so many think highly of XRP and it's only 81 cents. Well, you haven't done your research and you have to understand that price is a distraction. Thoughts about the Rockefeller, Rothschilds, and the rest of the royal families against crypto? The Rothschilds own 8.7% of SBI Holdings, and SBI Holdings holds about 10 or 12% of Ripple. You can go run the numbers, but go check it. But Rothschilds own SBI Holdings. SBI Holdings owns at least 10% of Ripple, i.e., 10% of the escrow. So, in a roundabout way, the most elite people have gotten in on this. You also have to check out throughout history. If you go look at Andrew Carnegie, the last years of their lives, when they know that their time's up, they spend a lot of time and money trying to fix their reputations. They spend Andrew Carnegie, that's why he's got all these streets and schools and everything named after him, is because the dude was ruthless on his way to the top. But they spend a lot of time and money at the end of their life when they know their time's up trying to fix their reputation. Hey Zach, did you see the Brad Kimes interview yesterday about XRP fair market value? It was fire. If so, any thoughts? I haven't watched it, but I'm well aware of what they're talking about. Yeah, of valuations in the 5 digits. Yep. Of how they're coming up with those calculations. I haven't watched it yet, and I'm pretty fascinated with Linda Jones. She's really hit the scene running lately. But yeah, they've been doing some good stuff over there. Brad Kimes, Digital Perspectives, huge shout out. OG, good stuff. When's the next Discord? The weekly calls are on Saturdays, but we will have a call. Yeah, next Saturday. Next Saturday, I'm dropping my quarterly report. So I'm going to start dropping quarterly reports at the end of every quarter, basically reviewing all of my predictions over the last 3 months, reviewing my portfolio, and then giving my forecast for the next 3 months. But yeah, that Brad Kimes interview, I'll have to check that out because, yeah, I got to see. But very well aware of what they're talking about, valuations in the 5 digits. And that's why I say when we're 75% wrong, we're still getting rich. We're still changing our lives. Is Uphold safe? As safe as any of these other exchanges. What is OG? Original Gangstas? Casper or IOTA? A lot of people are talking about Casper. For me, I bought IOTA today. I've never even really looked at Casper. Do you watch the Trumpet Daily? Nope, I don't. Solo and Songbird price predictions. Solo needs to get some stuff going on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a price prediction for you on those. Polkadot, not really a fan. How do you secure IOTA? Qcoin. Do I ever watch anime? I used to watch Dragon Ball Z. That was one of my shows as a kid. What if they keep the public and private ledger separate? That would limit the capabilities of XRP's growth potential. You want to bring all that money, you want to tap into that public layer as well. That's the benefit, is you'll be growing it on the public side and the private side. Is Trump coming back? If you listen to Trump, he says that we'll be very happy. So I think that answers that question. Obviously, he's talking about his people will be very happy. So I would assume that means that he will be back. Any last questions? Do I think that war will come to the U.S.? Yeah, yeah. I don't know about the full-blown war, but I think that we're going to have some internal conflicts, some internal struggles. Yep. Take it from me, XRP is a dead end. I don't know who you are with 57 followers on TikTok, but sure. Good luck. Good luck. Yo, someone's got the name Sleepy Creepy on YouTube. Bro, I need you to sell me that YouTube username. Says, come on, man. Come on, man. Yo, I need to buy that off of you. That's hilarious. Brandon B. Thank you for the 5 spot. Hey, Zach, what's your thoughts on the Freedom Seeds? What do you like more, brass or steel for the long term? Thanks, man. Well, I have both. A lot of brass. I need to look into that on as far as long term. What holds up better long term? I keep stacking though. I was trying to stop after I picked up my silver today. I was going to go buy some more ammo. I think I'm mostly in all brass. Brass is, yeah, you can reload brass. That's right. Yeah, so I mostly stick to brass, especially, well, yeah, I need to get into reloading just for my 308s because my 308s cost me about $2 a round. So they're expensive as hell. It's, like what? It's like $50 for a box of 20, which is one clip, one magazine. 1 meg for the AR-10 is $50. Yeah. And it goes quick and it goes bang. Golly. I haven't shot that thing in a minute. I got to get out there. Like brass pros. Yeah, Brandon, exactly. I like brass too. That's pretty much why I have. I think I have some cheap Russian. Wait. No. No, that's what my grandpa told me. He said, "Don't buy any of that Russian cheap shit." My grandpa taught me everything I know about guns pretty much. Yeah, I think that I have some steel stuff, like some cheap stuff that's already been reloaded. That's what I have. Yeah, I was trying to remember. I have a little bit of steel that's already been reloaded, but it's just for target rounds. Just some cheap stuff, 9 mil. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, we got some fresh XRP drip if you guys are trying to get it going, okay? Links are all there at zachrector.com. It's the best place to get in contact, to do it all. I appreciate you guys. If you guys could smash that thumbs up for me on the way out and continue to share this message with other like-minded individuals, I would greatly appreciate that. Make sure you go watch my last YouTube video that I just posted about the quantum financial system potentially being ready to be rolled out over the next 2-3 months, according to someone high up in Wells Fargo. Go check out that video. I can't confirm it, but interesting nonetheless. Check that out. As always, really appreciate all of you guys. We've been dropping more content recently, and we're going to continue our output. We're going to be putting out probably 3 to 4 times more content on YouTube. So I'm super excited about that. We're going to be doing a giveaway here soon as well for 30,000 subscribers. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in tonight. We will see you in the next one. Take care and God bless.